Hmm. Right.
Hel- Hi, good to see you after so long.
Hmm. Hmm. super خوب. Really?
Hey there.
Hey,
Hi, just want to say hello.
hello.
Here's some excitement to see you and everyone, and yeah, just to rest a bit. Nothing to say, just happy to be here again. Love, love, love.
Ah, Rishi.
Hi.
Hey, Rishi.
So many things happened after the retreat inside, like heaven and hell in one thought. And I recognized that it's a um, bundle of thoughts, like a core of darkness, like I feel it connected with the past energies, old energies. Yeah.
So, in a way, it's like, to me, what seems useful is to discern, just to discern what comes and goes and what remains. The thoughts and feelings and all that stuff, they all come and go, yeah? And there's something, or you can't really call it something, but there's just awareness of whatever comes and goes. And that awareness is here. Here. So what comes and goes, what can we do? It comes and goes by itself. It's just thoughts and feelings and all of that stuff. I mean, can seem very interesting for a moment, but ultimately, the sense aware is here always. Can't go anywhere. We can't become more that. And to me, this isn't a teaching, it's just a pointing to what you already know. Yeah? There might be a habit to get involved with the fleeting arisings that happen.
Thank you so much.
And in a way, you know, to me, it just feels like there's a natural process once that resting starts to, let's say, become more interested in being involved in the ever-changing movie. Whatever's been repressed, whatever's been going on unconsciously starts to become visible just by itself without doing anything. It's not personal. Shanti.
Hi, Isaac. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Shanti.
So I have a question. Well, since I was a small child, about 3 or 4, I, looking back, I recognized that I had a very strong bullshit detector. When my mom said something that was not true, I picked up on perhaps the vibe or something, and or when I heard her talking to her sister-in-law about my grandmother, I actually went and told my grandmother what they'd said because I thought the truth was so important. And I didn't really think of the consequences. And I think even now, some things feel off in the world, just feel fake, and the narrative just seems so wrong. And I have a very strong, again, bullshit detector, and it tends to slant me towards swimming upstream, although it doesn't require any effort unless I try to get people to swim with me who aren't swimming with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah, and so, you know, like, it's on a practical level, it's great to have that capacity to detect when something's not true, so to speak. But it's relative truth. Ultimately, you know, it's useful to practically, I could say, in everyday life. But what we're really speaking about here is beyond, you know, I could say truth and untruth. It's because it's really beyond it all. So it's useful to have that for sure, just to be able to discern and you know, it's like, and it's useful also to be able to make a distinction between discernment and judgment. You know, yes, it's like we can see it's what's going on is completely out integrity, not in the best interests of the masses by any means. And of course, it's painful to see it. It's painful to, yeah. But at the same time, there's something that's much deeper than that, that it just, it's not concerned. It's not,
but it doesn't feel like it's something that's come from my mind. Some things are just like they really hit me out of the blue. So, for example, in March 2020, I was hook, line, and sinker wearing the plastic gloves in the supermarket and masking and everything. And then May 2020, it hit me like running into a brick wall.
Yeah.
That it was all a man-made construction, and it was a psychological operation. And I at first rejected that. I said, that's impossible. It can't be. I mean, the whole 9/11 thing, yes, I can see that. Totally false narrative. And I could see that. But then this scale of this thing was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is. You know, but that's what I mean. Again, we can look at it and we can say, wow, there's things going on that, like, it just doesn't make, it's you know, it doesn't hold up when you look at it. And so But at the same time, you know, if, like you said, it's like, okay, you see it, and then something in us, you know, just like if somebody's driving somewhere and you know that there's construction going on that road, you would tell them, listen, that road's not flowing like it usually does, just out of a kindness, you know, like that. So there's a wanting to inform people that don't know something, but at the same time, when you try and convince them to go in the same direction or see the same as you, then it becomes something else.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, like, to me, it seems like the recognition that resting as that, which is actually unconcerned, but at the same time, you know, like tying your camel and, you know, in the dream world, taking care of the dream. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah, and that whole
to get over involved in the dream is, I mean, you know, it's a possibility, but for sure it doesn't feel good. It's in the direction of suffering.
no, exactly. It's caused some friendships that have dropped away, actually, very close friendships. But you know, my heart was in protecting them and helping them with what they'd been convinced to do for travel or whatever reason. But
for whatever
yeah.
reason, yeah. And of course, I understand that, you know, it's like, and the same thing, it's just like within the dream, that was how it functioned, to wanting to inform your friends or anyone, in fact, because everyone's your beloved in a way. But at the same time, if it goes in the direction of where it tips over into something's not in balance there, then yeah. We just discerning, we learning.
Where does that come from then? I mean, I had a friend who,
you know, like I would say it like this. Historically, the way movements have happened in society, you know, like, for example, what's going on in Israel now, what happened in Germany, you know, some people see it and some people don't. And it's like you can try and convince people, but they really and truly, it's like you can't. It's just as simple as that.
yeah.
Either you see it and you feel it or you don't. But I'd say there's a natural tendency to want to be in integrity with what you see, and at the same time let people know. But then starting to see where that taking care within the dream goes over into suffering, goes over into a position, you could say, you know, being right or something, you know, where there's a cost. It's, I wouldn't, you know, it's like to deny what you know and what you see is obviously not in alignment with just clear seeing. So there would be a cost. But there's a point in where it goes into division, where it goes into, people that don't see it the same way, or something's wrong with them or whatever. It's like, then it goes into a high cost.
Yeah. I was just
So
wondering.
we all learning in that regard, because for sure, you know, it touched layers of trauma, especially like in this last movement where there was like, people that don't go along with the official narrative are going to be put in camps, or, you know, like their freedoms are going to be curtailed. They won't be allowed to, you know, to go to shop or to do anything. In some countries it went that direction. It was pretty radical. Then it touches old trauma of, you know, like being excluded and being persecuted and all that stuff. So it was a very tricky tightrope to walk for almost everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
I just
people-
happened upon one of your Facebook posts from about that period of the mandates and everything, and I saw you wrote, "This makes my blood boil." And I thought, wow, that's quite a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a friend of mine, she was working for Deloitte, the accountants, and she was working on the Pfizer account, and she was totally of the whole, the media narrative was fully what she believed, and she was sitting at her desk, and then all of a sudden she was thrown backwards, and then she had this awakening. She was able to channel and think at an intense wake up, I suppose. I don't know where does that kind of thing come from.
Yeah, you know, my sense is that actually it was a circumstance that really pushed a lot of people into looking deeper. And so, yeah, you know, who knows what anything's good for?
Yeah.
You know, it's like somehow an interest comes in resting as awareness. And, you know, it gets confused oftentimes with constructs and concepts of what that means and what that looks like. And it's, you know, like different overlays get put on it. But in the end, it's actually very simple, because it's like recognizing that awareness is here always. That's who we are. That's our nature. And awareness is not concerned with anything. It has the capacity to take care of whatever it needs to be taken care of. And you know, in some ways, it's spoken about like the deep recognition that this great intelligence is the doer. There is no personal doership. So, you know, in some traditions, they call it like giving it over to the divine, or giving your life to Jesus, or whatever it is. It's like recognizing that it's not in your hands, none of it. That sense of you doesn't even exist. It's just like, okay, life is living itself. It's doing its thing. It's living through old information from generations back, which produce a sense of separation and individuality and all that stuff. But it's not actual. It's not real. There is no separation. There never has been. There never can be.
Yeah, I suppose that's the hardest thing. Seeing what I see, the hardest thing is to feel oneness with the.
You know, I wouldn't, if it goes in the direction of trying to feel oneness already, you're not noticing the oneness that's always here. You know, that's the thing. It's just like, so yes, like our perception produces some sense of, other, and, you know, then looking, okay, wow, that's interesting. It's just like, it's just a certain habit of attention in a certain sense. It's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, okay, it's not wrong, it's not bad, it's for sure we've been conditioned in that direction. And so it's just an opportunity to start to, you know, unwind the habits of attention that produce that sense. It's not, it's not something to work on or fix or try and change or anything. It's just a recognition, wow, this awareness that's always here, beyond any perception, beyond any interpretation. It's, yeah, it's just untouched.
Beautiful explanation. Thank you.
Thanks, Shakti. Yeah, cool. And, you know, just out of interest, we can, if you go to gallery view for a moment, we can just see, was that useful to anybody, or yeah, just check it and see. Seems to resonate with quite a few people. Yeah. Ah, Bettina. Hey. Hi.
I'm back.
You're welcome.
Just immediately after we sit together, this issue popped up, like Chanti
Mm.
brought now.
Mm.
Yeah, and there is some left over from the retreat. And first of all, I really appreciate that you made space for this. That was really so much a gift.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's something left,
Mm.
and I don't know if it's personal or not. It's yeah, a few times it's popping up here during
Mm.
this time, and yeah, it's
Describe what you notice.
say again.
Describe what you notice. What's left,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you just you do yeah.
First of all, a big touch.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. So you notice something, like okay, there's a touch of something, and now you're just discerning. Okay, for one thing, this touch you didn't ask for it; it came. Life was doing its thing, and all the way through, there was just a functioning as best as you knew how. There was never a bad intention. A lot of our functioning happens through old information, through old conditioning. And sometimes we can look back and we can say, wow, that way of functioning was not clear. I'm sure if we ask how many people can look at their lives and see that some of the ways that functioning happening was not clear, I'm sure everyone will raise their hand. So something functioned in a way that was not clear in that circumstance.
Yes. Do you mean the function in me or the function in the
Yeah.
others?
The function in you. Yes,
Yeah.
how something functioned, yeah. Something compromised itself or went into a judgment or did something. Who knows what it does? It does. We all know those movements for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And
it can be useful to see, okay, what was it exactly? What happened?
yeah. Yeah. In this case, it's more in the direction of I don't know in English that I allowed that I allowed to yeah, not to say my truth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So just go to gallery view for a second. How many people have had the experience of not saying their truth at a moment, at some point? So, you're in good company.
Yeah.
It happens in all of us, it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And
yeah.
and the system is still busy with that because of my
Yeah.
private situation with my children's, and
Yeah.
something is cooking, I could say.
So just know, so you know this, okay. Somehow, due to conditioning or trauma, the capacity to speak what was true for you wasn't there, wasn't available. Yeah.
No,
Was that up to you?
no.
No, it wasn't up to you. So all we know is that something was playing and it showed up like that.
Yeah.
And now what's coming up, yeah, maybe shame, blame, guilt, whatever,
Everything.
all of them. All of that. Okay.
Yeah.
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 It just functions the same in all of us as far as I can see, Bettina. It's not personal. And just noticing where somehow there's a hardness that something should have been different, you should have been different, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's okay. It's trying to help, but it doesn't.
Yeah. At the moment there was this, but now when I see that, now I have to do it right. Now I have something to correct, or yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes some pressure, puts some pressure on me, on the system.
Yeah.
Good to
Good
see.
to see it. Yeah. Good to see it.
Yeah. And
So
also good to
we're not jumping over it. It has space to
No.
be spoken, the space to be seen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. It really feels good that I could speak it, because when not speaking, that's always trying something and making
Yeah.
trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And trust the process, it will do its thing.
Yeah, I mean, what,
Yeah.
this is so universal, it's like somehow getting just, I could say, seeing, in a way, I would say, having compassion with that old information. It did the best it could. Nothing personal about it. It's just,
Yeah. And now there pops up the wish, it would be great to see clearer, to know, yeah, something like that. It's always a kind of pressure in the system to, yeah.
just so you notice that. And it's trying to help.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Recognize that it's rising in awareness.
Yeah.
That awareness is here. And
Yeah.
that any effort to try and see clearer or anything like that actually gets in the way. It's not useful.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just produces some sense of a me that doesn't actually even exist. And with pressure, it's like.
Yeah. Mm.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids. I never knew.
Yeah, 3, and they all, yeah. But what was really totally clear, that I will never left them with whatever they. Yeah. But who knows?
I love that poetry by Kyle Gibran, where he says, "Your children are not your children. They're the sons of daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you." And of course, understand. The habit is my children like this, but it's life just living itself. Of course,
Yeah.
they have their journey. It's interesting to say it like that, but it is like that.
It is like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And the best is hands off from everything.
Hands off and resting as awareness, and of course, where in the dream world, wherever you can, take care. But it's like it's a dream world. That's it. What can you do? It's like, that's it. Like when you're dreaming and it's a terrible dream, and everything you do in the dream, it just gets worse. And the only solution is to wake up, and that's to recognize that your nature is awareness. Okay. And
Yeah.
that's the hands off. That's just okay.
And that's also nothing what I can do. Wake up, it happens. Or
It's a recognition. It's not even a doing. It's the whole
Yeah.
thing. It's just a seeing. Actually, there is awareness here, and that's who I am. You could say it's like I'm that in which everything appears. You know?
Yes. Yes.
And what appears comes and goes. It's changing and doing its things. It's not waking up is not a doing. It's not an event. It's nothing. It's just a simple recognition. It's like
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
and again in gallery view for 1 second. I'm curious, did anyone get any value from that exploration? Just to see. Bettina, you think it's for you, but everybody is, we're all in the same boat.
Hi Isaac, hi everyone. I just wanted to share, like from this, I kind of got that in life, like first we want to do things for ourselves, the selfishness, that then we get to the place like, let's do something for others, like let's help. And then you realize like, you're not doing it, you cannot do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen through you. It's happening, or it's not. And you just be and be aware of
it. Yeah, because the whole idea of yourself and others is just ideas. It's not it actually doesn't really exist. So then then there can be a relaxing. It's just resting as what you've always been, and knowing that life takes care in whatever way that it does. It's just like,
Yes. You.
Yeah. That it's so interesting, like you say, because it's like this, and it to me, at some point there's the recognition that in that simple resting, it is of service to all beings. It's so weird. At the moment we give up this idea of helping others and just that resting, because it influences the entire field. It's like,
yeah, you're not interfering then with
exactly.
the way of life.
Exactly. Yeah, and you could say in some people it shows up as a sense of love, or a sense of, but not love of anyone, just love of love, loving love. It's like, it's not a doing anymore. There's no one to do anything. It's just love.
Love is all there is, right?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Nima. What that name Nemo? Where does that come from?
It's a nickname, but I'm Nemanja from Serbia.
Okay, Nemanja. And the nickname is Nemo.
Yeah, some of my colleagues gave me, and I liked it.
That's good. I guess it's become popular, finding Nemo. Yeah?
And I like it because of the Captain Nemo from the, from the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Melinda. Melinda, you need to unmute yourself. There's a little red button on the left of your bottom screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
I hear you.
Yeah. Just when Nemo talked about, the helping thing, I do that too much. I do it. Helping seems to help too much in me with my parents, and sometimes I try to help. I want to help, and I mean, yesterday I took Mum out to lunch, and I won't go into the whole story, but it resulted in her.
So there's a program, you could say a conditioning of helping, and an identity that's built up around that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so there's just that program. And so then somehow it gets personalized and goes like, it has something to do with me. But somehow that conditioning happened, that programming happened, and it's playing. And you notice it, and you notice that somehow that program plays, and there's something in it that doesn't, it causes some kind of stress or some kind of distress, to be more accurate. Not right, not wrong. It's just a program. If it was up to you, it wouldn't happen. Clear.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask for that program. You find yourself with it, yeah? And I'm sure there's many people that can relate to that. Somehow, it's like it's getting a sense of a right to be, or some, it's just like a habit, you could say, where an identity is formed around it, and we can start looking what's underneath it and all that stuff. But ultimately, there's just a recognition that's all appearing in who you are. That actually has nothing to do with you. And it's not something that you can stop by will. It's just a recognition there's a pattern playing. It's old information function. And it causes some level of distress.
Yeah, I mean, my whole life's around that pattern, my job.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, all of it. And very often it is like that. It's, like within intimate relating, within friendships, within everything. It's something that usually plays across the board, so to speak. And I'm sure if we ask in the Sangha, there's a lot of people that will recognize that pattern playing. And for sure, it's you don't have the patent on that pattern. Yeah, it's just a pattern.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to feel responsible for what the fallout of the pattern.
Yeah, just to see. That pattern plays, it causes distress. If it was up to you, there's no way that consciously you would do that.
No, because I want a life.
Yeah,
I don't have one. It's
the pattern is.
And there's the other side of it. There's this, like, what about me?
Yeah.
So.
But that's just the other side. So now all of that's appearing in awareness. That awareness is here. And it's like just those movements that kind of go along with that pattern. Usually they happen automatically and unconsciously. And so I would say usually there's something going on where that pattern's associated with getting some sense of worth, some sense of getting love, getting appreciation, getting acknowledgement or whatever. So
Yeah.
underneath it, there's some sense of it's not okay just simply to be. Somewhere your system picked up that. The pattern is an
Yeah,
offshoot of that.
I look at the self, it's also connected with the busyness, you know, like,
Yeah, of course.
because and even it can't keep still.
Of course.
It's even
impossible.
driving fast, and
Yeah.
there's not, I'm not even in, I don't even have any place to go. It's driving
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. It's a stress pattern, baby. It's it's
Yeah.
not, and so you're what's beautiful is it's coming into awareness. And then to see, okay, it's not something you can control by will. It's not something you're doing. It's just something playing. And you see, that whatever's playing there is now coming into view. So it's an opportunity. And the exploration of that pattern is not for you personally. It's for the benefit of all beings, because it's like this plays in everybody. So you just, you see, wow, it's starting to come up and it's showing itself. And you can watch all the different movements of wanting to change it and fix it and get rid of it and all that stuff. And all of that, you've been around enough to know that that's useless.
Yeah, I feel adrift in a sense, because all the things that I've been trying to hang on to, like, like I've been in the one, doing the oneness thing, and I still went to that because I love the people in it. I love the connection with the people in it. I went to the meeting, but there's part of me that can't, like, believe any, I don't know, I just feel like I'm, the worst thing, and the whole spiritual anything, it just doesn't, I feel like I don't have anything to hang on to.
So it's not a comfortable part of the journey to come to that recognition, seeing, okay, here you are, empty with empty hands. There's patterns playing.
Yeah, and
There's
there's
been
nothing. It doesn't feel like this, because I always talk about. I used to always have this idea of the angels, and I'm sure there are maybe beings that help. And this idea of that Param Jyoti, those that have gone up and have come back to help, and asking for help and doing the whole praying thing, and
okay, so
and
let's
now
come
I
back to
just
this.
feel like
Let's
it's
come back
just
to we come back to this moment right here. There's awareness here. That much we know.
Yep.
That awareness is here. Whatever patterns are here, they were put on our head.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't mean anything about awareness. They don't mean anything about who we are.
No. No.
We don't have to purify. We don't need to get rid of anything. Who we are is already awareness. Yeah. We're not getting anywhere. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're not, that whole, you could say that whole getting somewhere or accomplishing or all of that is a house of cards. It's not real. It's just your awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not ignoring the patterns that are there. We see them. We
And
honoring
the strange things that happen, and like what I find difficult sometimes is like the early mornings and the middle of the night, when I don't know what happened, maybe what happens with the mind or what it picks up on that's in around. But sometimes I literally feel like presences come in, sit on my bed and yell at me. And it's like I'm asleep, and then all of a sudden there's a presence sitting there yelling, screaming my name or something, or strange, weird shit, and I get, and there's also underneath all of this, lovely nursey, helpy, patterny thing, there's terror, and God knows what the fuck. I
All
don't
of
know what
that.
it is.
All of that, all of that. And you know, the moment you touch any of it, then we're in it. So you see
Right.
it arising, it comes, you didn't ask for it, it just came by itself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, my sense is this is going to happen, or it's like some version of this is going to happen with everyone that has this interest.
Yeah.
Because everything is going to come up. Fantastic. And so, you know, like in some traditions, they call it the dark night of the soul, or whatever it is. But ultimately, you know, the refuge is the recognition you are that in which it's all appearing. Just really recognizing that, and that is so key. You know, it's like trying to deal with any of it just gives it energy in a way. Trying to change it, trying to fix it, trying to get rid of it. None of that is useful.
Yeah. And it is
Really,
uncomfortable because
of
what I
course.
found comforting, which was that whole being with that oneness, where they gave you a safe place to be with a whole paradigm of whatever's to and things to do and lovely meetings and beautiful people with lovely hearts. But you know, there's part of me that just can't, it I don't know what's
No.
true anymore.
You know, in some ways, it's like, you know, that parable of you're going on a journey and there's a lake you have to cross. So you have a canoe with you, and then you cross a lake, and the rest of your journey is over land. And so you don't keep carrying the canoe because the canoe is just not useful anymore. So that served a certain purpose. It was useful and it was helpful. It gave you a resource. It's not wrong, it's not bad, but something in you is just going, that phase of the journey is done. If I
Yeah,
hear
I
you
feel like I
correctly.
need to go so deep, and I need to go to the dark places, like the places I've never looked at, the places I'm
No,
shit
no,
scared
no,
to
no, no,
go.
no, 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 no,
No.
no, no. Don't need to do anything. Just have a look. You know, there's that feeling you need to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, and so just exploring. I know that feeling well. I'm sure everybody does. Who you are, you already are. To be that, you don't need to do anything. So this whole need to do something, just exploring it fresh. It wants to help you in some ways, but it immediately creates a pressure, a you, and something to do, and somewhere to get, and all this stuff. Yeah. So you can just look for yourself. Don't believe me. Just look and see if that's useful in this moment. Does that bring a sense of peace and love, or a sense of pressure?
Mostly a sense of pressure.
That's all.
And
And
a
that's
sense
enough.
of
That's enough discernment. You just see it. You just see it for what it is. It means well, but it's a confusion. That's all.
I mean, there seems to be something beautiful about it, and I see people flowering with all of that, but it does. I don't know. I seem to be like, you know, they talk about the dry wood and the wet wood, and yeah.
Yeah. You know, to me, it seems like there's a simple recognition. I am who I am. I am who I've always been. There's nowhere to get. There's no one to get there. Sure, there's patterns playing. They're not personal. They belong to the collective. You know, really and truly, it's like, and seeing that that's true. I mean, this whole idea of personalizing it, I don't find useful. I don't find it helps in any particular way at all. So you can check for yourself. Don't believe me, you know, really check and see if it gets taken personally and if it becomes a mission to get somewhere and to do something. Just see if it's helpful in this moment.
Oh, it's just ridiculous. It's just not gonna. I know.
So that's
It's
all.
not
We're just using the capacity to discern, to see clearly in this moment. Here we are. That's it.
Yeah.
And there comes a breath, and you can relax.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it's going to be comfortable, because all the stuff is going to come up again to be seen. You just rest. You know you are. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go.
Yeah. I mean,
Otherwise, we get caught up in Maya, and it's Maya is so seductive. It's, of course, it is like that.
yeah, I
Rest.
guess
Yeah.
it's when the deep fear comes that it's difficult,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Again, we can say it seems difficult, but what seems difficult is it starts to seem like there's something to do, or whatever. It's like
There isn't anything. It's just.
that invitation of Raman is just so simple and so clear. No matter what arises, if you ask yourself who's aware of it, there can only be one answer: I am.
Yeah.
And that awareness is here. We can't deny it. And just recognizing that awareness in this moment, right there. It's not about becoming anything. It's not about getting anywhere. It's just a simple recognition. Again, if you want to go to gallery view for a moment, you can just check and see if this inquiry was useful to anybody. Just to see. You can
Fine
see it's
gallery.
like it's generic, it's, plays the same in all of us.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Melinda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sylvie. Hey,
Hi, Isaac.
hi, Sylvie.
Isaac, can you tune in into my lungs, maybe? Yesterday, I actually feel for the first time how contracted they are.
Just honoring whatever you notice, or
Yeah, there's fear. Yeah.
just honoring it. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever it is, it's okay. Just honoring it. Somehow, this intelligence that we call life is showing up like that. That means nothing about you. You just, somewhere, that's how your system has figured out to live. That fear isn't personal. Whatever it is, it's showing up there. It's nothing you have to work on or change or get rid of. It's just noticing something in the system is looking through a filter. Who knows where it comes from? Who knows what? It's old information. In this moment, you could say, okay, we can look at the world and go, sure, yeah, there's tons of reasons to feel afraid, but does it serve any useful function?
No.
Not really. It's trying to help in some ways, but it's okay, it's welcome. Thank you for showing yourself. And when you meet it like this with gentleness, with, I could say gracefulness, honoring, how does it respond in your body? What do you notice? If anything, maybe something.
Yeah, I see it changing.
Yeah, something
Energies
gets
and
softer.
yeah, it's getting more relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, but I really have the feeling that I can look so deeply for the first time, actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's opening up, and I have the feeling of yeah, really allowing life.
Yeah, more liveness is flowing through
Yeah.
the body. That's how I feel. It's lovely. The guy also hears sound of crackling that comes and goes. Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Patrick.
Hello, Isaac.
Hey, Patrick.
I just would like to sit with you, although maybe I notice some upset or whatever, but
Easy peasy. If an upset is noticed, all it means is it's getting ready to be seen. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything. It doesn't mean anything about you. It just means there's some old information that's starting to become conscious. It goes so quick where we say, oh, I'm upset, or it means something about me. But all you know is an upset is arising. It's showing itself. Not always comfortable. usually uncomfortable, I would say.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a contraction.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the nature of almost every upset.
Yeah, it's nice to notice this movement or this in me.
Yeah. Yeah, then it has space, you know.
Mm.
It doesn't immediately move into, oh, this is wrong, or I have to, you know, this means something up at it. Yes.
No, just I think just like being with it is fine.
Yeah. Simple.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, so welcome. Well, thank you. Esther.
Hey, Isaac.
Hi, Esther.
I would love to be present with you. I see my mind is following all the thoughts and all the sensations in the body. So
So there's awareness of that.
mm,
And so just recognizing the awareness that's aware of that tendency to run after thoughts and to run after making meaning of things. So we're not denying that that's happening. We're just seeing that's happening. But actually the interest is what it's appearing in.
yeah, that's funny because there's an interest in that and a kind of fear that everything always want to run away from it.
Yeah.
You look a little
Whatever
bit downwards, as if you look near the ground or something.
No, I mean, the way you appear on my screen is kind of towards the bottom of my screen. And maybe if you move your device a little bit so that you a little bit higher up in the picture, then it'll look more like I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
cool.
this?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
God.
Yeah.
And now I lost the screen. So, where are you? There. Wait.
If I speak, maybe that helps.
Yes, I should can.
Okay. Yeah. You know, like if we're dreaming there's a tiger chasing us or something chasing us. Both the chasing the tiger and the running away from the tiger appear in the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, that's all within the dream. And somehow just recognizing what is that that's aware of that dream. There's awareness of it. And that awareness is usually overlooked because it's, you know, it's
Mm. Yeah, I wrote some questions down last week, like why why I am, oh, that's a silly question, holding on the eye. What's that? What's holding on? And why?
Those questions just don't go anywhere. It's just like recognizing that those questions rise in awareness, and the awareness is here untouched. No point in running after those questions. Those questions will bring you nowhere.
No?
No.
That's that old loop again.
Yeah, it's a loop. That's all it is.
But not all inquiry is a loop. There seems also
I have no idea. All I know is that that is, and that resting as awareness is not a loop. It's just here. Otherwise, we're busy with loops. Again, attention is running after some concept or another.
even the question, what is resting as awareness, is part of the loop?
It's more just a directing of attention to awareness. That's all. Simple. It's not a mental question. It's not
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just then some discomfort is rising.
That's okay.
Like, then nothing is left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's just a couple of minutes left, so I want to give Patricia a chance.
Yes,
So.
okay. Thanks, Isaac.
Yeah, cool.
Namaste.
Hi. Namaste. Bettina, I think it was you that was hosting tonight. And thank you. Thank you, beloveds, for being here. Love, peace, beauty. Ciao.